Welcome to another Discovery Bay Comics production. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Well, good morning, actually. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And welcome to another Discovery Bay Comics production. I'm JB, and we are talking Star Wars today. Man, I can't wait to get into it. I got three main topics that I want to hit, starting with this amazing release of Funko News, the Star Wars concept series, and I'm actually going to share some art with you from the concept series that this was based on. Next up, we're going to get into, since we have a new episode dropping tomorrow, I believe, we will be getting into Season 2, Episode 4, or, as Disney likes to call it, Chapter 12 of The Mandalorian. And then we're going to close the show talking about the High Republic, because it's just around the corner, folks. It's on its way. Marvel Comics is starting what is really going to be a much bigger, larger story arc set 200 years prior to any event that we have had knowledge of. So it's a brand new, clean landscape, and that's going to be a fun one to discuss. So let's get right into the show real quick. I want to stop on over and thank anybody that is joining me live. And there he is, Cyborg Dad Mystery. What would I do without this gentleman? I don't know how to make a story on Instagram, so I kind of rely on Cyborg Dad Mystery to make it for me, and then I just share it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you supporting the channel. Azor's Tiger is in the chat this morning. How you doing, my friend? Thanks for taking the time this morning. My man, Two Gun Pedro, pew pew. Woo, how you doing? Been a while. Jason over at Southern Comic Geek is also in the chat. Says, what's up, folks, man? I appreciate you all for stopping in. Let's get this thing started with, man, let's talk about this image right here. We're talking about Star Wars Funko Pop concept. It's called, here, let me read it exactly what they called it. They're calling this the Star Wars concept series. Now, I've already ordered one, but of course I was a knucklehead and didn't order it from the right person and paid 3 times what I should have paid because I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. But let me tell you what these are based on and which one. I bought the Vader. That's the only one I went after. I absolutely want all 4 of these in the series. But now I know I need to go pre-order these. By the way, this information is coming from diz.pops on the Instagram. This channel's tremendous, man. This Instagram channel is dropping all kinds of great content. And I'm using them as a source for my news. So real quick, if you're not familiar with Mr. McQuarrie, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, I'm going to share some art with you because I Googled him. Hey, we got a super chat in the house from my man, Drew Manchu. Did it fire? I wonder if the OBS fired. Hey, Drew, I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's joining me this fine morning. Okay, let's talk about Mr. McQuarrie. I'm going to go over to here, and then I've got this new filter on the OBS that I can just call. There it goes. There's that OBS coming through for me. And if we go to the full screen here, I actually Googled Mr. Star Wars McQuarrie concept art, and man, there's a lot of good stuff here. If you're not familiar with this story, this is the gentleman who sat down with George Lucas when he was just concepting this whole universe in his head. And as you can tell, some of the things were changed for production value, but these were the original concept arts from this gentleman. And there is actually on the Star Wars website this great image of his most memorable masterpiece. And man, talk about a gentleman who is very influential in the entire landscape of Star Wars. I mean, his drawings were the extension of George Lucas's vision, and now they're being immortalized in pops, which is what we all love. Come on, man, we love our pops. Let me get back over here to the right filter, take off the full screen. But we love these pops. I want to know if you're watching this on the rewind or if you're watching this live, are you guys gonna get down on any of these? I did order the Vader because that image I showed you earlier it is just one that is fantastic. I'm just loving that. So I'm definitely ordering the Vader, but probably, if I had my choice, if I was going to rank them, absolutely Vader first. I think I'm going to have to go droids before Yoda. I'm not a real big fan of that Yoda, so I'd definitely be going droids next. And then I would do Yoda ranked fourth. So availability on these, let's take a look. What did Diz say on these? Oh, wrong way. Diz says that these were available at Hot Toys. I wonder if they're still available. They were, I mean, I think these were releasing in February. It was. I got to find that where the release date was. But at $10.99, I paid $30 for mine. Oh, Poppin' Off Toys. That was another site I was checking out. Poppin' Off Toys seems to be. I just started following Poppin' Off Toys yesterday, so I just found them. But yeah, I would really love to get your insight, your feedback on these. I think they're tremendous, and I thought that was a great way to start this show talking about the Star Wars Macquarie. What's this guy just showing me? Where's this guy at? Fantha? I've never been here. Fantha Tracks. Fantha Tracks. I'm going to have to check this guy out. Wow, he called it back in August. Ooh, I'm definitely going to have to be checking this guy out. Could Funko be releasing a range of Macquarie concept pops? This was way back in August 6th. This guy was all over it. Good job. Fanta Tracks. He might be a new Star Wars source for news for me. Definitely digging him. Oh, that didn't show up well on the OBS the way I have that thing filtered. Anyway, let's get on to our next topic, which is going to be... Where is it at? Hold on. Let's take this one down. My next topic I want to talk about is, this Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 4, and wow. Right, so we're going to go ahead and go boom, change what's going on there as far as next topic is. How do I get that other one done? Sorry, bear with me. I'm playing with all this crazy OBS stuff here, and it can be daunting, I'll tell you what. Images. Well, let's go on over to my Mandalorian, because I had a whole setup here on the Mandalorian. Yes, there it is. There it is. Hope you can see this. Yes. All right, cool. So now this is actually over on Instagram also, and this is the Mandalorian Instagram page. So I'm sharing that with you now. Next topic 2, take that one off. All right. Last topic, images. Bam. Look at that. It's all coming together. All right. So let's talk about Mandalorian Chapter 12, which is really Season 2, Episode 4, right? Season 2, Episode 4. And this one's titled The Siege. Now, I was really going into this hoping we were going to see some Ahsoka, right? I mean, you end episode 3 with the reveal of where she's at, and you think that's where he's headed, but he can't be heading there because, the Razor Crest is beat to hell. So he needs to get repairs on the Razor Crest, and where is he thinking of going? Well, he's going to go to Navarro, right? Because that's where he had left this couple on Navarro, and he figures he can get some help from them. But before he can do that, we have this cute interaction where Din Djarin is trying to get Baby Yoda to not connect the 2 wires, and kind of a little throwback to some other Marvel type movies. I think when when I first saw the scene, it absolutely reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy and Baby Groot and Don't Touch the Button. But really, the episode opens with the iconic sound of the failing engine. And yeah, that's a throwback to the Millennium Falcon constantly failing that hyperdrive. But as we see this, the Razor Crest coming in hot. As the Razor Crest is coming in hot, we notice that, it's making noise. It's barely getting to its destination, but there it is. He makes it. He makes it to Navarro, and sure enough, Navarro is not the same Navarro that we saw before. Navarro has evolved, per se, as the Marshal, and that's what we're calling her, I think. Cara Dune ends up having a scene prior to this meeting where she's being the Marshal, and you can tell that the town is cleaned up. Well, you notice that as they're walking through this town, it's all bright and it's airy, and they go to the old saloon, and it's not a saloon anymore. It's a school. And we get one of these really cute scenes. I'm not sure. I got to find the image. We get this cute scene of Baby Yoda eating these cookies. And man, that was great. Coming off of the whole eating the egg thing, Baby Yoda stealing the cookies. And he stole the cookies, by the way. I mean, my daughter even commented, well, he just kind of stole the cookies. Isn't anybody going to say anything? And I'm like, yeah, good point. But there's so many Easter eggs and throwbacks to Star Wars because, we had a protocol droid who was teaching this classroom of children. One of the kids, her hair was in the style of Rey. So they did lots of little Easter eggs, which was what makes this show amazing, right? Come on, let's just be realistic. I love what Disney's doing to bring in those fans from 1978, giving us enough of those Easter eggs of the original trilogy. And now this episode, I think, was the bridge episode, because what happens in this episode, we really see, the true intentions of, what was the purpose of Baby Yoda. They teased it early on. We didn't get all the full details, but this is where we get all the full details of what's going on in this story. So I think this episode, and funny thing about this episode, when you first watch it, I came off of this episode saying this was an absolute 10. Then I watched it the second time, and I brought the score down maybe like an 8. I mean, to have the guy standing in the background in the shot is embarrassing. And I'm not even going to show that shot because it's just dumb. I mean, that's just editing. I can't believe that would get through. The one thing about this particular episode that, when I was watching this with my wife, she made the comment, I can't believe this is TV, because the speeder bike chase and the TIE fighter chase was just, movie quality stuff. This entire production has been movie quality. Anyway, let's get back to the story here. He says, hey, can you fix my ship? Of course they're gonna fix his ship. They drop Baby Yoda off at school, and Kara explains what's going on the planet. Well, as she's been cleaning it up, there's still an outpost base that they think is pretty much empty, and she wants to take it out. So that's the mission. And of course there's a mission, because that's how the show rolls. There's always a mission. And this is it. Let's go to this place and basically destroy it. And again, a bunch of cool Easter eggs. How are they going to destroy this base? Well, they're going to turn off the reactor, and you're going to get that classic sound, the same sound effect that you heard when Obi-Wan was turning down the shields on the Death Star, on the same type of platform. There's so many great Easter eggs the way they're handling this show. And yeah, during this mission, as they're gonna destroy this what they thought was lightly guarded facility, it is not lightly guarded. As a matter of fact, it is heavily guarded. And why is it heavily guarded? Well, come to find out that, and this is what I saw, I'm not sure what you saw, come to find out, this facility is creating clones. And what type of clones? Okay, this is up for debate, because I let this settle for a week out here in the YouTube community. And when I first saw it, I immediately said Snoke. I wrote down on my piece of paper, I said Snoke, ? Clone. But now as the week has progressed, I'm hearing that, was there an emperor in one of those pods? I don't know. I've gone back and looked at it. You can't really tell. When it comes to the whole storyline, and the connection between 78 series, first series Star Wars, and now the latest series, the newest Disney stuff, this is the connection. This is where they come and give you a clue to films that we saw just recently. Whether it was Snoke or it was the Emperor's clone, either way, that is a connection to the new storyline. And that is what makes The Mandalorian, in my opinion, brilliant. Giving the early fans their Easter eggs, giving us the nostalgia, the sound effects, the consistency and look and feel of the universe that's been created, but brilliantly telling you that, hey, this is the bridge to the story. And here, let me reveal what they learned as they're here, and they break into this facility. This facility that is heavily guarded, not lightly guarded, heavily guarded. They come to the room that is filled with these clones. And as they decipher the latest transmission, the transmission is explaining that they've run out of material. They need more high M count, which is metachloridians, which some Star Wars fans hate that word. And, really quickly, what's a metachloridian? It is a microorganism at the cellular level in everybody's blood, and the higher metachloridian count, the higher you can manipulate the Force. I think that kind of summarizes it. And really, they harvested some of that in episode 1 or 2 from Baby Yoda before Din Djarin saved him. It looks like the cloners of, and I'm assuming Kamino based on the patches, the cloners of Kamino can clone the body, but they can't clone the Force abilities. So they're trying to infuse high metachloridian blood or material into their clones. And as we saw, if Snoke is truly a clone, which we knew he was coming into the final movie, he had like 5 of them or 2 or 3 of them in canisters. It works. So, very interesting concept here. Baby Yoda is really being harvested for his metachloridians. That's the true intent of this. Now, when Din Djarin decides to get his ship fixed, I even wrote a little note here. I said, where's it at? Blue guy. Where's the blue? Glance by the blue guy. Right. Glance by the blue guy. But in classic fashion, they dropped one of those trailing devices when they fixed his ship. And I kind of called that. Did you guys call it? I felt like I called it. As soon as I saw it, I felt like I called it. And okay, so now it's been revealed. We know what's going on. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking Baby Yoda's been stolen already. Didn't you think that kind of in the back of your mind? This kid's already been stolen. But he wasn't. He wasn't stolen. He was there. And one of the best scenes of this particular episode is the escape scene. And as they're escaping, there's a chase. And this is a good chase. This was like amazing chase between the speeder bikes and the TIE fighters chasing the carrier with the good guys in it. This was production quality movie theater kind of stuff. I mean, do you all agree? I mean, I think that's what takes another thing that takes this series to the next level. It's the production quality, right? And we're watching Star Wars movies. Now, there's a couple of goofy scenes in there. The bikers wreck right away as soon as they leave, which is kind of silly, but very reminiscent of the trench run. One more time, you got the TIE fighters coming in. All of the what do you call the instrumentation is identical in throwback to the early Star Wars series. Down to the targeting computers and the fast beeps getting faster as he's locked on target, and very reminiscent to the trench run in Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon coming to save the day when it giving Luke the shot. Din Djarin does come, and this was another thing that bugged me. Did anybody think, man, they really repaired the heck out of that ship pretty quick, right? I mean, they repaired the heck out of that ship pretty quick. And Din Djarin comes in the Razor Crest, and now repaired Razor Crest with Baby Yoda intact to kind of save the day. So mission is accomplished, as far as the episode's concerned, because now he's got a ship that's ready to roll. This Imperial base has been destroyed because, yes, they were able to drain the reactor and to cause this base to go. So all in all, this was a really successful episode for Din and Baby Yoda, as they've, now they're on their way. Do we see, according to the leaks, and I'm not going to share any leaked material here, but according to the leaks, our next episode should be our Ahsoka Tano. And man, now that we kind of know, if we know that they're harvesting metachloridians from, the whole goal is to get Baby Yoda's metachloridians to create the Snoke or to create the new Emperor, and we've all seen the last 3 movies, we know that happens. Ugh. Does that mean that Baby Yoda is going to end up coming to a demise? We are all going to have to come to the realization that maybe Baby Yoda dies. Can Disney do that? I don't know. Are they going to swing a new tail? I don't know. I can't wait to see where this goes, folks. I hope you guys are all digging this as much as I am. The Mandalorian has been fantastic on Disney Plus. I'm thinking of dropping my Netflix, man. I'm watching what I am physically watching on streaming services, and I need HBO Max, I need Disney Plus, and maybe Amazon for the boys, but I don't see any content on Netflix that is telling me I have to go and renew my subscription for them. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Love to get your opinion on that. Also, go ahead and drop me a comment below or drop me a comment in the chat. As a matter of fact, let's go hit the chat real quick. It's been a while since we hit the chat, and this is a live broadcast on YouTube, and I want to thank everybody who's joining me today. Lisa Noble has popped in the chat. How are you, Lisa? Nice to see you again. The Comic Intellect P is here. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. And Joey Bag 7 says, Disco is a devious alien. Ooh, Superior Hero Reviews is also in the chat. Appreciate you taking the time today. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Let's get to the next topic. Let's see if this is going to work. All right. So my next topic is... Oh, let's see if this will come up. Is this going to come up? All right. Is it in there? Okay, now if I change this is where this thing blew up last time. Maybe I'll just go full screen on it. How about that? Let's just go full screen. So I am on the Marvel website, and there was a video released. I don't want to get myself in all kind of trouble, so I'm just going to play the video while I kind of talk about what's going on here. Let's see if this will actually play. I originally had this set up in here. Let's see if this will work. It's not going to play. Nope. Is it going to play? Why isn't it playing? That's really frustrating. Window IG. Window. No. You don't like me. Why don't you like me? What's going on? Turn that crop off. Go to that crop. How about that? It's not playing. It is playing, but you're not seeing it. Are you seeing it? No, it's not playing. I figured this would have been the OBS hack, but it did not hack the system. It knew what I was trying to do. You weasel. Oh, wait a minute. It is playing. There it is. Maybe I got to keep my cursor over the top of this. We'll rewind it and see if you can catch from the beginning. All right. Star Wars: The High Republic. Disney Publishing Worldwide has announced the launch of an all-new publishing-led Star Wars storytelling initiative. Whew, man, that was a tough one. Star Wars: The High Republic was previously called Project Luminous, and it's featuring interconnected stories told across multiple publishers. So this epic saga takes place 200 years prior to the events of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace in an all-new time period. And man, I'm excited for this. I don't know about you, man. When they discuss what stories does the Star Wars fan want to hear, these are the stories that I want to hear. I don't want any more Skywalker. In my opinion, I know that can be a different opinion across there, but if you were going to ask me, what do you want to hear about? I want to hear about everything that happened before. Tell me what happened before anything I have ever heard of. And this is exactly what they're doing for us. I'm excited. So this is a video that you can catch on marvel.com. And it is fantastic. It's about 4 minutes long. It talks about all the writers involved, their inspirations, what the goal of this project is. And if they pull this off, I'm telling you, this is going to just be fantastic stuff. All right, as I slide down, I don't know if this is going to slide down here. We have some images that hopefully this thing still fits in the window. So here's some concept art from Star Wars: The High Republic. And the High Republic is set in an era when the Galactic Republic and the Jedi Order are at their height, serving and protecting the galaxy. This is hopeful, optimistic time when the Republic and Jedi are noble and respected. This multi-year publishing program will be rolled out in phases, with phase 1 being called Light of the Jedi. This period on the Star Wars timeline will not overlap any films or series currently planned in production, giving creators and partners space to tell their Star Wars stories in a never before explored timeline. Right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm excited for this. Are you guys excited for this? If you're excited for this, go ahead and drop me a comment below after the video is over, or hit me in the description and maybe we can get something to talk about. Star Wars: The High Republic. This will be written by Cavan Scott. Will be Marvel Comics' first entry into the new era, the catalyst for all these interconnected stories, in that the galaxy is recovering from something known as the Great Disaster. While details are still under wraps, it's an event that brings the Jedi together to try and help the recovery efforts. The comic book is set on a new space station called the Starlight Station, which plays a large role throughout all additional comics and books. Here's some more art for covers. The first book and comics are set to debut at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim August 2020. I don't think that actually happened. And select titles are now available for pre-order. Pumped. I'm pumped. Are you guys pumped on this? I can't wait for this to come. Let me hit the chat real quick and see if there's anybody. Oh, no. Gotta be over here. Up to that one again. Let me hit the chat again and see. Hey, Mr. Ruben Guzman here. Sir Ruben Guzman is in the chat. Please keep me in your thoughts. I haven't put oh no. Thoughts and prayers to you, my friend. No, I'm going to send out that good comic book karma particles to you. Tell you what, helps for CFAP, making them feel better. Tell you what. Joey Bags Evans. It's tough for Joey to keep any thoughts in his mind right now. All right, folks. What did you guys think of that? Is there any other topics that you guys... Oh, you know what? I forgot to change this down here. I went to 3 different topics and never changed that one. Bummer. That's something. I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. This is a new thing for me, trying to do the podcast style. I'm going to go ahead and download this and upload this to all your podcast outlets, just in case anybody likes to hear the sweet sultry sounds of JB at Discovery Bay Comics. All right, everybody. What else have we got planned for today? I'll tell you what I got planned. I don't know if you saw my latest unboxing video, but I unboxed and explained what the heck is a Comic Tom 101 mystery box. And I'm going to do that again, but this time I'm going to break down what is a Bolo box. And I bet you don't even know what I'm talking about. Brian and Jack over at Simpleman's Comics they're not a subscription service, but I support them on Patreon to a level that gets me the Bolo box every month. I'm going to break that down in my next video, and hopefully it gets received as well as the Comic Tom one did, because that one's actually doing really well for me. I mean, I don't get very many views, so anything over 100 is a big number for JB, and I will take it. All right, Cyborg Dad Mystery is still hanging out. Any football predictions, folks? You guys got any football predictions? You know, we lost one of the 3 games today, which is a bummer. So we've only got 2 games left. You know, Dallas, of course you got Dallas, and the Lions. Anybody have any amazing Thanksgiving memories of those? Man, I know I do. I tell you what, folks, that's it for today's show. I will go ahead and check you out next time. As you can see, YouTube has popped up some suggestions for you. If you're interested in either of those, please check them out. And as always, don't forget, we had a good time.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.